hoses are laying. Fire going, so we are gonna start putting some of this junk in that fire. Some old boards and stuff in there to get her started with. This grapple attachment is one of the handiest things on a tractor. You guys are in the market for a tractor, definitely get one that's got remotes out in front. It's a whole lot easier now than it ever will be to get it later. Should probably save that round. It looks like I can probably split him. Go through as much firewood as I do, and you end up with a bunch of stuff that's just basically not worth your time. It's just got way more knots in it. You know, these pieces, yes, I could split them, but you get this crazy looking, twisted, jagged stuff that people that are buying bundle with don't really want to see. So I just lit this fire, so I'll put all this stuff in here. I'll go leave it alone for a little bit, and this stuff will burn and get going real hot. So probably ought to go get a saw. So this is my LS branded Grapple, MRG 5566A. Didn't really look beat up or anything, but I have used this thing a lot. I've got some hours on it. Tractor's got 310 hours on it, and this has been on here a lot of the time. Great Grapple for this size tractor. It's a DK 5310 SE. It's sized perfectly to it. The only complaint I have about this whole thing is these hoses are checked really bad for only being a year and a half old, but I don't know, these might have even been put on as a kit or by the dealer. It might be absolutely nothing to do with this Grapple, but everything about it, it's got nice grease points, it's got covers over the cylinders. I like the two independent Grapples. You can grab irregular shaped stuff and you still get both of them down tight, and this works really good, as you'll probably see here in a little bit, for scooping along on the dirt and getting roots and chunks of wood out of the dirt. It works really well. Cut this stuff up a little bit, make it fit in there. So this is my burn barrel. It's been in a few videos. Wow, that sucker's hot. I picked up another truck at the auction. I didn't have a chance to film any of this. It was kind of a frantic. We were trying to get in there and get out of there before 4 o'clock when they closed, but got me another ugly truck. I've got an account that we're moving a lot of trailers for that are not heavy, so all my trucks are 4-axle wet kit trucks, and we need a bunch of little trucks to haul these empty trailers around with. So we're adapting a little bit, and this will be a couple weeks of working on this thing, get it all up to spec, and this thing will be out on the road. Here, grab a saw. We can hack through some of that stuff. The old wood stove's going. It's nice and warm in the shop. Might be back in here pretty quick working on stuff. Let that fire burn for a little bit. So I usually keep the 291 all topped off with fuel and stuff, but I honestly don't know if it is right now. Usually keep her on the ready in case we get a little tree down or something dumb out here. Yeah, it's about a half tank. We'll top that off. Alright, play the bar oil game, see if we can spill it all over the place here. Look at that, I can do it. Alright guys, you're going to hear a little bit of freedom in the background. Nothing I can do but go join them after I get this done, so. Really seem to understand. Only a couple things matter with burning. There's one, you gotta have oxygen, so that's why I've got this not laying on the ground. We got holes in the barrel. You can tell it creates a heck of a draft through there. But the number one thing, especially if you're using a machine to load a fire, don't put dirt in the fire, it doesn't burn. So guys scoop up all sorts of stuff and throw it in the fire, and the fire goes out, or it just sits there and smokes. So I'll heat this thing and it'll burn. A lot of the stuff will fall off all around it, and then I'll just go around and scoop that stuff up. Got a Grapple. This tractor is designed to have a bucket on it and lift and roll and curl and dump. It's not necessarily designed to grab a hold of stumps and branches and yank and torque. So be really careful when you grab grab some, especially if it's something that's still attached to the ground. T-post there. Just don't go putting a big twist on the grapple. You can break your loader arms. So I try and do everything nice and slow and smooth with grapple. Don't you know, you shouldn't be grabbing stuff and backing up and yanking on it or crashing into it. You know, if you've got stumps that are bigger than a little bitty fruit tree, highly recommend, you know, go rent a mini excavator for the weekend or something. It'll be a whole lot cheaper than tearing up your tractor. A lot of guys, they post pictures of these huge stumps they've dug out of the ground with their tractor, and yeah, they might have got away with it, but man, you're looking at some pretty serious years you took off the life of that machine. So be careful of that stuff. It's a warranty on your machine. They're gonna laugh at you if you break the loader off doing dumb things. So underneath this pile, I don't really know how I didn't see it, but I was moving brush around and I threw all this stuff here. I didn't realize that right there, if you see it on the ground, is my umbrella for the log splitter. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I am going to attempt to not kill it if it's not already junk. What do you guys think? Is there more dirt than wood there? I think that's all sawdust. Now we're gonna try it. Worst case, put more ash in the barrel. Oh yeah, that's mostly sawdust, but fire won't like that too much. I might have to come out here and put the fan on it. Oh well. Gotta be really careful. Another thing, like I'm driving around with the grapple pretty high up in the air. This is a fairly heavy attachment. It's a lot heavier than, you know, your empty bucket is. Just be really careful doing this, because if you drive over a block of wood with the back tire, you might just flop the tractor right on its side. So I'm gonna watch that. I don't think I want to put any more of this in there. I'm gonna go through this stuff by hand and scatter it out. There's lots of pieces I can hand chuck in there. I'll let that burn down. You can see how hot that is down below. Alright, so pretty basic setup here. Got a hose. Got I think a 120 gallon tank. A little car battery I charge once in a while. And this will fill this thing way quicker than it should, but for the bigger stuff like the excavator and dozers and whatnot, it's nice to be having some flow here. I'm trying to remember, I think this is a 13 gallon tank maybe. I think it takes about 30 seconds and it's full. Any second here. Sometimes this thing will auto click off and sometimes it doesn't, so kind of got to pay attention. Yeah, maybe it's, oh, there she goes. I was gonna say maybe it's more like a minute, but pretty quick. IBC tote full of nice dry wood out of the pile there. Take it down to the firewood stand in the morning because the local campers pretty well cleaned out the firewood stand. These LED lights that I upgraded this tractor with, I would not be out here doing this without them. You could kind of see, but you really couldn't see. So I did a video on putting all these lights on this thing, welded up some little brackets and wired the lights up, and these LED lights actually use about an amp less power at the factory crummy halogen lights did, since these are LED. And the amount of light these things put out is amazing. So, how much the camera catches, but I can drive around out here and actually work in the dark very safely. Almost no shadows. And I don't even have the headlights on, I just got the work lights on. All the headlights really do is reflect back off the loader and blind you, it seems like, so. Got it all. That's all concrete. That's all wood that needs split. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. I didn't forget about you guys. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the old barrel's just starting to glow. It's nice and warm in there. This will all burn down in the morning. Throw all this junk in it. We'll put this guy away. Just non-stop been raining since I was out here last night, so the ground just pretty well turns to muck. So me and Shane are going to pick through some of this little scraps, and then I'll scoop the rest of this up and take it down the hill, but I'm not going out in that mud today. See, there's not much of a mess left. Rake that up and I'll throw it all in the barrel and we'll be good to go. Back over here, you see our big firewood rounds. That'll be next. We're gonna have a splitting party soon. I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. Wind's probably killing us anyways here, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.